Helps if you push the record button. So these stupid ass, these machinist vise or whatever, you buy these things on eBay super cheap. I think I got this one for like 13 bucks. Something. They're garbage. They're just so sloppy and messed up. It's just like any cheap Chinese tool though, you got to go through and fix them. So I was just getting ready to use it right now, and the screw fell out on my, screw fell out on my welding table, and I'm like, what the heck is that? Where'd that come from? And I flipped this over, and this was all loose right here. So before I TIG weld, I gotta fix half this crap. Before I tighten that one, I gotta take this one out and do the same thing, or it's gonna fall out. I put a ton of red Loctite in there. So now what I was doing, putting this metal block in here, and I'm taking these, if you can even see them, these little round, this is for that truck that I'm working on. These are those round, you got the holes in the doors that I'm welding up, and I'm using these round, what the hell do you call them? Slugs. And I punch these out of 20 gauge sheet metal, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit these on, wow, sorry about the crap camera work. I'm gonna sit these on the, oh my gosh. I'll sit these on the slug, or block, and then I'm going to weld this TIG welding wire to here, and then what I'll be able to do is I'll be able to take these and hold them into the holes in the doors as I weld them up, and that's kind of the theory that I'm going for. So we'll see what happens. The reason I'm doing this is just give me something to hold on to when I'm welding. Put a little bend like that in there. And then this piece, I always end up breaking that off. So I'll cut that off so I can weld this to here. So in theory it should work, but I got to sharpen my tungsten. It's all crappy and a bunch of buildup on it. Actually, I gotta pull that tungsten out and throw it away. That one's down to nothing. I gotta find my other ones. So in my TIG welding setup here, I got a little bag that I carry, and it's got all my tungstens and stuff in here. So this is the stuff that Yes Welder sent me. Awesome. And I'll have to figure out what TIG welding deal I was using. I think it is, yeah, it's 16th inch diameter is what I'm using. So I'll get one of these sharpened up and changed out. We'll go from there. Yeah, see, there's not much left. I gotta order some more of these. All right, well, I gotta go over and sharpen this up real quick on the grinder. And then the next step is, like I said, I'll weld these to that, and then I'm gonna come over to the door on the truck. These switch arms here. And I put, you wanna, when you're welding, I'm using the MIG welder. And when you're welding, you wanna make sure and cover up the glass. I put tape on here to protect the glass, and then I put my welding jacket over the glass, just so I don't get welding sparks on that glass, because it screws it up. It leaves like little BBs on the glass real bad. And if you're sandblasting, same thing. It'll just leave really bad marks all over the glass. Whoa, don't drop the camera. But these holes that are in the door right here, I already welded these ones up. And then now I'm just making some more of those slugs. And I took my hole punch kit. This is that Harbor Freight hole punch kit. And I punched out a bunch of slugs, and that's what I'm doing right now, is I'll get these all welded in here. So let me get this sharpened up and go from there. And all I'm doing right here is I'm just feathering the pedal on the TIG welder, and then feather the pedal so that it's real light heat. Whoa, almost dropped everything. Real light heat, and then spot welding it to those little, those little slugs or whatever. And then then that way I can just take these, hold them in there like that, and then MIG weld them into the door. So that's where we're at right now. Trying to get the glove off my hand. So I popped those little slugs out with this tool, obviously from there. And then I welded TIG wire to those slugs. And then I gotta clean these out, get any body filler or anything out of there. And then now I can stick it like that and weld it around. And you see that space, that's what you want, because that's gonna put the weld right there. And then when I'm done, I'll hammer and dolly all this and smooth it out with a grinder. It'll be like brand new. So I clean the holes out, and I end up using those, what do you call these again? These sanding discs that are, they come to a point. These are from Bill Cameron, Edge of Eternity on YouTube. Thank you so much, Bill. But I stuck those in here, cleaned them out, and then went around the edges. That way the inside of the hole is clean too. You don't want to forget that, because then you'll get a crappy weld if you don't. And then now all I gotta do is grind. And as I welded this, I blew air on it, cooled it, and then the TIG wire is still hooked up on this one. Put a couple spot welds on it, pops right off, finish welding, grind it, clean it, done deal, easy peasy. So I'm gonna finish these up and get them metal worked and everything ready for body filler. So I spent most of the day welding up the holes. There was all these holes right here and right here on this door. Got this door pretty much prepped, and I'm hitting everything with a DA right now. And you can see the difference where I use the die grinder here and then the DA here, and all that does, I don't want to touch it with my hands, but it smooths it out so that that primer, I'm gonna put the epoxy on it tomorrow so that primer will stick to it. This fender's ready, and then there's a little bit of body work that needs to be done on the truck, but it's, you know, I'm gonna wait till I get the epoxy on it first. This fender's ready, and then this door, the cab, everything's pretty much ready except for the back of the cab corners and all that. I'm gonna start on that stuff tomorrow after I prime it. I got all these holes all welded up, hammered out, you know, ready to go. And then so I'll start getting this stuff ready for epoxy. And then first thing in the morning, I got the hood ready. I just gotta hit everything with the DA real quick. But first thing in the morning, I'll hit this splash apron, windshield wiper apron, whatever the hell you call it. I'll get that thing prepped and ready to go so I can start spraying some primer on this thing. So probably tomorrow I'll spend half the day, you know, prepping everything with the DA, wiping it with wax and grease remover, and then taping everything off, like the grill and all that stuff and the wheels and whatever, and then get this thing ready for primer. But anyways, I'm gonna cut this video short. I gotta go pick some cars up. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video. Later.